This is respectfully. Come in a party, me and the baby, moving and down moving and down the music sweet, and we feeling sweet.
Happy Monday, everybody. This is the beginning of my week in my life. As I go about my day, I do want to leave a thought with you guys. Not everybody who says they're in your corner or they're for you or say that they have your best interest at heart has your best interest at heart. You definitely need to develop some level of discernment. Yeah? Because there's a lot of people who may see some benefit or value of you being around, and they're hoping that you can't see the value in yourself. And if you're not careful, these people will destroy you. So that's a tip for you guys, or a food for thought for you guys for this Monday morning. So I'm just about to deliver the business cards to my customer, and then I have 2 other deliveries left to do, and then I head back in to finish up the rest of my work.
If you've been dreaming of opening that business, you should start the process. Don't try to figure out how to make the business make $1 million. Just start the process. See, if you make 1 step, he'll make 2. But he can't make his 2 unless you make your 1. So you got to start.
So today is a stay-at-home day. I have client jobs tomorrow and Thursday. Today is Tuesday. And I also have my little class session. I'll take you guys to my Elani class later on. Maybe not. We'll see. But I'm just going through the day, getting all of the social media content for the clients out the way for the week. So for me personally, I don't know about anybody else, I create my clients' social media graphics and videos. I don't outsource it, but I plan to eventually. Right? Now, in between a client, right? So I try to, let's say I have 1 client today, I try to get all of their content out the way until I'm fully finished with everybody. Now, in between the clients, I try to take breaks where I distract my mind with something else. Just something fun, lighthearted. So I'd either go on TikTok and just have a scroll for about 15 minutes. Of course, this thing is controlled because I will scroll indefinitely. Or I will pull up a series on Netflix. Now, my friend Lucy introduced me to this series called Blue Therapy. It's more triggering to me than giving me a break, but I am so hooked on the series. Now, the concept of the series is it's a therapy session or a series of therapy sessions with different couples, and you are seeing or you're hearing rather the issues between each couple. So it's about maybe 10 couples, and they're laying out, these are all black couples too, right? And they're laying out all of the issues that they have as a couple, and they have different stories. And trust me, one thing I can tell you about all the men, I don't know if I should say, but one thing I could say about all the men, they're so tone deaf, they're so self-centered, they're total narcissists, and I feel like the generation is doomed. I won't even just put it on the men. Human beings are doomed. Because, like, I'm concerned. I think, like, it's very hard to have a very decent, respectful, sensible relationship in this day and age. It's almost as if everybody just have a bunch of traumas and nobody's trying to fix it, by the way. And it's a bunch of name calling and blaming and pointing fingers, and nobody wants to take accountability. Because there's this guy here, his wife is complaining about the lack of quality time. He's focused on being the head of the house and, you know, wearing the crown and just building his business, his empire for his family. But he's forgetting his family at home. Like, he's hardly home. So the lady's like, you know, you're not paying attention. So homie is like, well, you know, I'm at work, you know, and I'm always busy. I think sometimes men love the idea of being busy. I feel like he's trying to act like some Mr. Big Shot, and it's not even that serious, sir. Calm down. Anyways, the lady's like, and you're at the office flirting with the lady at the office, and he with your personal assistant, and he's like, but she makes me coffee, and it's the best coffee, and I'm like, are you not understanding what's going on here? You're flirting with other people. The lady's saying that you're not paying attention to her. What is going off in your head? So the girl said, what if I switch it around? What if I had a personal assistant and I was just flirting with my personal assistant? You know the man say, that can't happen. Because pretty much he's trying to say a woman can do what a man can do. And you know who was triggered? You know who was triggered? Me. Because what do you mean? What do you mean a woman can do what a man can do? What is wrong with you men? We need to elevate our level of thinking now. Okay? It's 2026 and the women, them intelligent, you know, they're very intelligent. We all went to school, we all did our degrees and whatnot. We're intelligent people. We don't take this. Listen to me, man. Oh my god. The show is very triggering, but it's also strangely therapeutic. Like, it's like, oh, I'm not the only one that has gone through some crazy shit. There are people out there that's going through way worse, and I'm like, my shit is not even as serious as your shit. But it is very scary though to know that we have all these smart phones and we have access to so much information, but there's a lot of people out there that's very manipulative, very secretive, okay, and just self-centered and selfish, and that part is very crazy. So you see, when you find good people, you have to discern, you have to know who is like good and who is not. And when people show you their character, you just have to accept it as it is and don't try to change people, because that's also something that I'm noticing, that a lot of the ladies are trying to change the men. Leave them alone. If they're not doing what they're supposed to do, cut. Don't make them trap you with no babies neither. Okay? No. Just another day fighting poverty, as Yanni could always say. And today we're fighting poverty by giving my clients what they need. And I have a shoot to go record, and that's what I'm gonna go do. McHorgh media to the world, because that's what it's gonna do. Nothing. I just want a picture, you know. Do we want to do a promo for this one? What did you guys talk about? Nothing.
We can make it down.
Yeah, so let's do photos first and
I'm
then we'll do.
One of the vicey man.
Yeah.
After them voice more vicey, you see me?
So photo first and then video.
Bit more vivacious.
Like that, had it right on track, and I keep finding the head thoughts that control me until something bad left me so lonely, and I want it back. I want the old me, try to forget, but things just remind me. There's a million things I could say, but you never really know that, but you never really know.
I'm sure you guys remember me purchasing this plant at the Infinity Mart. The cost was $8,000. I really like it. It's obviously not real, it's fake, and I feel like it's gonna take, you know, I decided to go with fake, even though I do want to have a real plant in here at some point, but it is less things for me to take care of, right? I'm always in and out, so I don't want too much of a responsibility in terms of having to take care of it. So I think I will settle for one plant eventually, but for now we're working with a fake plant in the corner because the area doesn't get sunlight like that. So I'm working with a fake plant. Based on the inspo photo, I need a plant, I need a mirror, I need a stool, and I need a mat. So I got all 4 items. It looks very different from the picture, but definitely my style, of course, but the inspo is definitely a guide. So let's go ahead and fit everything together. So this is the inspo that I'm working with for this area. I got the inspo from Pinterest, and that's pretty much where I get all of my inspos. The mat was $3,000. The plant was $8,000. The shoe rack was $13,000, and the mirrors was $4,000. I got the pillow for free. I got it on my last trip to Panama, and this is the finished look. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Did I execute it well? Did I do a good job? Let me know in the comment section. Good morning and happy Sunday. And that being said, if today is Sunday, then there are 2 days missing. And let me just explain why. So on Friday, it was a regular, typical work day. I got really caught up in that and just doing laundry. And I felt like that was not much to show. And then on Saturday, I went on the road and I did some errands. And I'm still trying to navigate this whole vlogging while I'm on the road. I don't know if I love it that much. And most times when I'm doing errands, I'm literally just trying to get everything out of the way. So to stop and vlog, it can be a little bit cumbersome, tiresome. And I was hanging out with my family, so I never really wanted to vlog them. So I did not. And then afterwards, I came home and I got ready and I went back out for the games night. Now, I don't think I've ever spoken about my games night on here, but I think this is a perfect opportunity too. So I host a games night at the lot every Saturday, starting at 7. It ends at 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. rather. Yeah. There's no cover charge. It's free to enter. It would be nice if you just support the bar or support the restaurants below, right? So we have all types of games. We have, the typical Jamaican games from the Lude to the dominoes. We have card games. We have bingo. We have Jenga. From time to time we play interactive games. So sometimes we do things that requires you to take shots or like imposter or Uno or Taboo. We have all kinds of games. We have Never Have I Ever. So it really depends on the vibe, the crowd. Most persons come in a group already, and so they default will go and play games in the group that they come in. But even if you don't have a group and it's just you can come by yourself, because I have a lot of solo people who are trying solo experiences for the first time, and they tend to come to the lot. I'm there, so me and my friends, we're gonna greet you and we're going to pull you in and you have a vibe with we. Understand? So even if you don't have a crew, you can come by yourself and you don't have to worry. You don't have to play games either. If you just want chill out, you can drink, you can eat, you can do whatever. It's open air concept, so pretty much open air, so it's a good vibe, right? Usually if you see the rain falling though, obviously maybe you won't want to come because again, open air, but for the most part it's a good vibe. There's a live DJ there every Saturday, so music is playing and it's always really good. When I envision just hosting the games night, I thought about just like a chill spot. I feel like there's always parties going on and I'm not really a party person. I like to connect. I spend a lot of time with my phone, socials, creating socials, content for people. And so sometimes you just want a break from the phone. You want to interact. You want to come out and touch grass or touch the lot and par with people and just communicate and talk and network. Again, the people that come there, they're very professional people too. You're not going to find anybody there. You're going to definitely find good crowd, good company. And you never know who you could be playing dominoes. You could be playing dominoes with your next business partner, or your future business partner, your potential business partner, because everybody in their own way is doing something for themselves, if you get what I mean. So it's a really good space to network and connect and just talk and intelligent conversation. And even if you don't want to have an intelligent conversation, you just want to relax, this is definitely the spot. Music is playing, good music, the baga boogie yaga, even though we like a little boogie yaga here and there, but it's a perfect mix. And I would say people are very attentive to the crowd. So, the vibe changes, and it's a good time. It is a good time. I think I've started it last year, September, and it's been good, and it's getting consistent, and the crowd is good. Last time was a really good crowd. I guess the feedback that I got is like, people are like, yo, this is a nice little escape, blah blah blah. People use it as pre-games as well. So if they're going to an event and they want to leave them house a little bit earlier, instead of waiting on the event to start at 1, they come here, start a little vibe, and then them go where them going. And I think there's a lot that I want to do to improve the experience and just the different interactive games that I want to implement, but we definitely need more people to come through, every Saturday. So just putting that out there. If there's something, if on a Saturday you're bored at home and you want to do something but you don't want to party, this is something that you can do. And the vibe is relaxed. You dress nicely, of course, but you dress comfortably as well, because again, it's a chill spot. So that's what I do on a Saturday. And then right now I'm getting ready to head out to enjoy my Sunday. So on Sundays I like to unwind. I like to do something that I like to do. It's my selfish day. So it's selfish Sunday, and I will do things that make sense to me. So today I'm going to go to the go-kart place out by Palisados. I can never remember the name. They have a go-kart track out by Palisados right behind the airport, and you can do some practice laps, like about 10. And then they also have like the professionals that come out and do their thing. So it's a nice little experience. We did it last week. I want to do it again this week because it was so fun and competitive, and I'm going to take you guys with me. So come along. So it's called Zoom karting. You'll also see it as Petery karting. And it's out by Palisados, pretty much the backside of the airport. There's an admission fee of $500, which is non-refundable. And then you decide whether you want to do whichever kart it is. There are different prices. I think they start at $4,000. And you get about 10 laps. 2 laps, which is like maybe a practice lap. And then 8 other laps for you to really do. So. The jersey or the team?
Right.
Okay, of course. One and only. That's it. Alright.
I'm here to give them a repeat of last week.
Oh, Jesus.
What
happened last
the fans
week?
came out to see me. New track, my first time on this track, so what I did, I paced myself for the first 2 laps. Ensure that I get used to the track. Keep close to the leaders, and on the 7th and 8th laps, I took charge and they see what I'm truly made of.
Oh my.
So what you're expecting for the race?
Just straight wins. Wins all through.
I didn't come last.
Guys, that was so fun. So fun. Jesus. We did it last week and we did it again. And right, nice like rice. This is how you end a beautiful Sunday on the beach. Oh, you bring your cup today? You brought your cup today?
Yes. Oh.